Hello and thank you for joining me for today's junk journal with me spread. I'm working in my altered book junk journal. I do have a video of how I made this journal, a few videos before this. Today I am using the junk journal January prompt, which for today is something new. And so I decided to use these cards that I have in my last AliExpress haul. You can find the link for those in the description box of that haul. And I thought I would make a pocket with this printable from Johanna Klau. She has awesome digital doily printables, and I really like using those in various journals. So I'm just cutting that out and cutting it like a corner shape so I can make a little tuck spot for that card. And now I'm trying to find a background for that page since I didn't want to keep the page that was there. So I'm just going through some possibilities, and these cards that you see here are from a paper pad that I got locally, so unfortunately I can't link that for you. So I have two that came in the final decision, and one was this beige one with some music notes and one was this green one, and I'm going back and forth trying to decide which is the better option for this doily, and I wasn't sure which way is the right way up for this one actually. So, not sure still which one I would use. But since that card wasn't big enough, I still had to cover that page as well. So I just took the back side of a book page, which happened to be blank, and I'm just cutting that to fit on the dimensions of that page, and I'm just gonna glue that over that image. Okay, so now trying again to see how that would fit, and I didn't like that blank spot on top if I used that green card, so I wasn't happy with that. And while looking for other background papers, I came across this old postcard that I had found at a flea market with this lovely image of a rose, and I really wanted to use that, so I decided to put that on the left side. This is a happy birthday card from 1969. It was kind of a shame to just glue that down and cover that writing with a date, but I didn't want to do a tip in, so I just decided to glue that over it anyway. And I thought it was kind of nice to use an old image and then on the other side a new image. So I like that. Now I'm again seeing what I could use as a background. And I came across this copy of another old book that I had from the flea market, and I didn't like the yellow coloring, so I decided to use the original page. And this was one of my best finds at the flea market last year, and it's a gardener's journal from 1926, and I love these pages so much. Thankfully there's quite a few of them, so it's okay if I take one of the originals for this purpose. And now I'm just tearing the edges so that it would fit on that side. And I didn't want to get rid of the date on that one, so I decided to just tear down more of that other side. And now just making the length fit. And I really like that. So I'm just going to glue that down. And then I was ready to glue down that little pocket. I took the glue with a very fine nib, so I could just run a very thin line of glue down the two sides. And the next new thing I'm using is this lace trim that is also in my previous AliExpress haul. It's really cute and thin, so I thought it would work really nicely with this doily. So I decided to put that around those two edges. Just gonna use that same glue because of the fine nib. That works really well. Just kind of hard to get it out of the bottle. So this is a really, really simple spread and I love it. Sometimes the simple ones are the best. Okay, and now I'm going through the cards one more time because I thought since I have a picture of an old postcard of a rose on the left side, I thought, well, why don't we take a rose also for the right side to have an old picture and a new picture. And I thought that was, that came really nicely together, and I decided to go for this one, which says details on the top. I really like that. I did ink up those edges just to make it look a little bit older, I guess. I don't know. And lastly, I'm just adding the date with my beloved Recollections clickable alpha stamps. Alpha stamps. And I'm gonna use the same vintage photo that I used for inking the edges. I'm just putting my writing board underneath to get a better surface and just putting down the date, January 8th. That concludes today's spread. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you got some inspiration for your own spreads. Thank you. Bye guys.